Hey everybody, welcome to the 100th episode of See No, Hear No, Speak No, UFOs, Conspiracies, and Murder. This episode was kinda just what we do anyway on our phone calls before we record the show, which is just bullshit. Just try to make each other laugh and talk about what we liked in the episodes before. So, more than anything, this episode is kind of a behind-the-scenes look at what we think about what we do and why we do it and what it means to us, I guess. I've been thinking a lot about that, the whole why thing, a lot lately. And all I can say is that I love it. I love to do it. And even if it ends up being detrimental to me sometimes to actually do it, if I don't, I know that I will be missing out on something great. Not that I'm destined for greatness because of it, but where would I be without? We hope you enjoy the 100th episode of See No, Hear No, Speak No, UFOs, Conspiracies, and Murder. Thanks for listening, guys.
Press all my buttons, right?
There's only one button on the human male body, and it's the button.
The belly button?
Oh fuck, there's two. There's totally two.
There's
Welcome
the belly button
to the 100th. That is fucking 100 episode of See No, Hear No, Speak No.
That's right. 100 of the UFOs, the conspiracies, and the moitas. And that's 6 buttons I'm counting so far.
The nipples, not a button.
No, there's 3.
The nipples
of you
are not a
there.
button.
Each of you has 2 buttons.
That's more of like
There's 3 of us here.
Simple math.
So that's 2, 4, 6 buttons to press.
And for the 100th time, you can email us at snhnspod@gmail.com or comment on Podbean.
Or the one other thing that you can do,
What's that?
raise your fists in anger and scream it at God.
Yeah, you can do that any day of the
But
week.
we might not get that.
Yeah.
We might.
Yeah, we
might
won't hear
not.
any of that, but sometimes it feels good.
But
Sometimes it lets off a little steam.
Just gotta howl.
Yeah, and it's more fun to do it while listening to our show,
Mm-hmm.
And one of these days, too.
Howl and listen to our show.
The show got so gay!
Oh?
Sorry, Chris, go ahead.
I was just going to say, one of these days, we'll actually get back on and do correctly the Facebook and YouTube pages. So,
Indeed.
look out for that.
Let me do those.
We might actually be working on some neat stuff. People who listen. There are subscribers out there that subscribe to our show, so I know you motherfuckers hear me.
Right?
You can't tell, but I pulled a knife when I said
You
that.
fucking silly hookers. Yeah.
So yeah, we are actually in the works of maybe taking the show a little more serious than we do. Not that we're gonna change it all. We're just gonna try to bring you people, I don't know, more shit to not tell us about in emails.
I'm gonna fucking use my top noodle for a change instead, and figure out ways to force you motherfuckers to email us and get involved with the show. Because, you never know. You
The
might
noodle
get some
and force
cool out
talks.
of it.
Just yeah, actually, like Chris's bottom noodle,
Hey.
or at least pictures of. He's talking about he's going to use his top noodle for a while.
I've
Yeah.
seen those pictures.
That's right.
Yeah, the top and bottom noodle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's macaroni art, and he did it in 3rd grade, and he's super proud of it. He will not let you leave his house without you fucking seeing it and commenting
It
on
is surprisingly advanced.
Well, I did use the tricolor pasta though. Come on, you got to give me credit where credit's due. Okay.
But yeah, I'll give you that credit, but I'll take it right back because it's not fucking spinny corkscrew pasta. And that's really what pasta is. I'm Italian, guys. I should know. Jason Rambo.
You're supposed to
It
use your
doesn't,
own.
even if I
sauce.
raise my hand, it doesn't work.
Okay.
Gio.
No. No, Chris.
BYO.
Chris.
Sauce.
So, Jason,
Yes.
what brings us here today?
Oh yeah, this is the 100th episode, guys. Tonight,
One hundo.
it's none of our episodes because it's all of our episodes.
Holy crap.
All of
dude.
our episodes, actually.
Every single one, baby.
So hit play, James. We're going to start at the first one, which is X-Men in New Orleans, and we're just all going to listen to all 99. And then I'm going to edit this one real quick, and we're going to listen to it for 101.
This is a 234-hour live stream, folks, so strap on in.
As I was telling the gentleman this morning, or maybe even 15, 20 minutes ago, that this is our hey guys, remember that thing? Wasn't that neat? And
We'll all be like, yeah.
yeah, this is just like the special episode where maybe, just maybe, you get to know a little bit of the real us. The real us that includes the Jason that hates Chris more than he acts like he does on this show.
That's right.
And makes James believe that Chris and Jason are best friends just so he's jealous about it.
Just to make him feel excluded.
What kind of James are you going to be for this show, James?
Apathetic.
Hypothetic
No,
James.
apathetic.
Oh, apathetic.
Yeah.
Can you be hypothetically apathetic?
I could.
Can you just throw up a
but
lot of fucking
then I
half-hearted
will-
air quotes?
Like, it can be hypothetical, but it will also be literal.
No, technically I'm the hypothetical one because I'm the
Literally.
one not physically there right now. Who knows?
That's right.
You don't
Chris,
see me.
Chris
I could
has
be
been
an
dead
alien.
for 5 years.
I could be an alien, or exactly. You never know what's on the other side
Man.
of that.
We've
phone.
just been chopping up recordings of him and matching up vowels and all that.
How fucking cool would it be if Chris were actually a ghost?
How cool would it be if Chris were dead?
Dude, I'm
Just kill Chris.
I'm going
Do
full
it.
hologram on
The
it.
UFOs, conspiracies, and the Moido are about to come.
That's right. I've seen a UFO. James was involved in the Watergate scandal. And Chris
Now
has
it's
been
time for
dead
us to murder
forever,
someone.
Yeah, I just show up to, do fun episodes and suggest, little clues to my murder every once in a while.
Mhm.
You really got to pay attention.
I usually
to
cut
find
that
them.
part out, guys. I usually cut that part out, and I always cut the part out at the very end where Chris goes, "Boo, I'm a ghost."
That's right,
Because
but
by law, ghosts have to do that before they leave a conversation.
that's absolutely correct. It's just
We're
one of
not
those
one for
weird
the
things we
values.
got to do. But if you figure out
well, you
my
have to, or
murder-
else it's entrapment.
We're working on a contest though, where if you figure out my murder, maybe you get like a free T-shirt and a bracelet or some shit. I don't know exactly yet what the prizes are going to be, but I mean, I'll thank you and not haunt you if you can figure
James?
it out.
Speaking of ghosts,
Yeah.
Speaking of ghosts, can I start off? With one of my favorite episodes?
Please. I didn't know you've ever listened to this show before. So
Helen Duncan Part 1.
yeah, that was
Chris,
that was-
I know it was a rough time for you, but that was some of the most fun I had on the show, dude. Oh man, I listened to that episode and I was laughing most of the time. There were a few
Most
jokes.
of the time.
There were a few jokes.
There
that
were
didn't
some
land,
there were some
but-
parts where it really wasn't good.
Yeah.
But I
yeah,
no,
dude, Helen
I absolutely
Duncan was
agree. I
one of
think
my
that's the
favorites.
first episode that you really felt the most comfortable
Comfortable.
as
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
a part of the show, which I don't know. It took Chris and I a whole lot longer to feel
I
comfortable.
mean, it
doing
takes a
this
while.
show.
Again, I've never done this before.
No, neither had we. Which was the fun part about it. That's why
really
I can't listen. I can't listen to like the first 3 or 4 episodes at
It's just so
all.
bad.
Seriously.
Well, it's
I've
not that
never
they're
heard
bad. They're actually, I hear, pretty decent episodes. But I
hear.
don't. I'm not that me anymore. Like we used to worry about putting fucking disclaimers in front of every episode and like the
Fuck that.
not calling each other bitch.
That's
I mean,
so funny.
the biggest rule that I'm still, I wish it kind of were a rule, is that I think we throw the R word around a little too much, but it's always with love.
It's always playful.
One of my best friends is retarded. It's okay.
So that makes
Look,
it
I
okay.
do my part. On my way to work every morning, there are 2 special needs people that stand outside and wave, and I wave to them every morning.
See, now you're equating special needs people with the R word, and I don't think that even needed to be said.
Isn't that what
insensitive
that
prick.
means?
You
But isn't that,
insensitive motherfucking bitch.
Wait. Isn't that really
Isn't that what that means?
the overhanging theme of the show is that really didn't need to be said? Like,
Right.
Isn't that like
And
a-
I
The
also,
show really didn't need to be made.
I also think that it's the low-hanging fruit of the show.
you know,
But-
I mean, I got some low hanging fruit for
Yes.
the show. That's for sure.
The pendulous.
Exactly.
Is low-hanging
Dude,
fruit.
you know what, too? That's okay. So James has mentioned his real quick. I figure we'll go back and forth a few times. I'm gonna say
Sure.
some of my favorite things about the show are the phrases we coin and the T-shirt ideas we come up with, which I still
That was a real emotional upskirt.
I still
I
exactly.
mean, fuck, it still hasn't caught on yet.
Exactly. We man,
What an emotional upskirt of a situation.
What an emotional upskirt this
I
is.
keep forgetting, but I gotta. Yeah, we'll push that one a little harder. But still, I fully intend on listening back to these episodes and making some kind of print of all of these T-shirts. I have to have them.
Yeah.
Good, because that
We will
That's
be
a
opening a
daunting
merch
task.
shop once we get to like 5,000 subscribers. You know, maybe.
Yeah.
Let's
No,
get
I-
us up there. Share us. Put us on your Facebook.
I'm gonna
Let
go
your
ahead.
family
I'm
know.
gonna go ahead and say that the next person that emails us at snhnpod@gmail.com, I will be like truthful about this, I suppose. Next person that emails us gets the very first fucking T-shirt we ever made.
Cool.
Next, first person to email us after this. Once we finally make a T-shirt, we'll send it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Might be in a few months. Might be in a couple of years. You never know.
Might be
That's a conspiracy.
long after we're all dead, and so are you. But your great grandchildren will have bullshit memorabilia to show people that don't give a fuck.
That's right.
I emailed SNH&S 5 years ago, and all I got was the stupid shirt.
Man,
Fucking
this
stupid.
show is getting so old already.
Dude, I mean,
How are we gonna do fucking 100 more episodes?
dude, I
Easy.
mean, so far there's no shortage of shit to talk about, but I started thinking about
True.
that too. Like, what when we really do run out of killers and we run out of aliens and we run out of fucking.
Well, technically there are new killers every day, and fucking when we had James T. Abbott on the fucking show, the girth of the fucking goddamn book that I got from his fucking people is ridiculous. We could do purely a fucking UFO show just from that book for 200 episodes at least.
Nice.
So I think we're okay. James is looking at me puzzled.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
We had an actual, honest to God, fucking British college graduate guest on our show. He was on fucking Coast to Coast before.
Published
He fucking-
author,
Published author,
like
man.
professional
But
researcher.
most importantly,
and shit.
yeah.
Shouts out to Mr.
most
James T.
importantly,
Abbott. Cool cat.
He was like an old British man who
Oh,
had
yeah.
this like accomplished fucking
Yeah.
career and was on our show.
If he didn't like
It's
us,
actually a
he
really-
played it up really
good
well.
show.
I'll give him that.
Yeah, I mean, I
He's
know
a
that
really
British people
nice
are real
dude.
polite and stuff, but he had fun, I hear. And my favorite part of his show, the whole episode, is when I got him to say "fucking Foo Fighters."
That's right.
In his cute as hell old British
He
man
totally
fucking
did.
voice.
He totally
Fucking
did.
Foo Fighters.
Fucking Foo Fighters.
You know, he wasn't some drag in a bar, man.
Fucking Foo Fighters.
Oh, it was great.
Wow.
That's isn't that?
No, that's not how he sounds. You should listen
You're
to the
being
episode. It's actually
racist.
pretty good.
Which episode is
It's
it?
pretty good. It's fuck. What's it called?
That's important.
That's the one part of
We
that
now
episode
have
I can
100
remember.
that I have to sift through.
No, well, it's back there a little bit. That's the weird part is our one fucking guest that we've had on the show had a blast and people love the episode. But that was maybe like our 15th episode ever.
Dude,
Like, that was a while ago
it was.
that we had him on.
It was.
That was
quite a while.
Near the end of Baba Robot, the Beatbox and Tater Tot, fucking, Rob Cook.
That's right.
He
Baba Robot's
unfortunately,
gonna
life-
be a cool T-shirt.
Baba Robot, the Beatbox and Tater Tot. I need someone out there with some kind of cartoonist
Dude,
prowess
yes, please.
to fucking make that goddamn a reality for
Somebody-
me. I don't give a fuck what this thing's doing, but it better be a Beatbox and Tater Tot with a turban on.
Somebody
I'll take the challenge.
that listens to
You'll
us
submit- I'll
has to
submit
be
my
an
work.
artist.
Are we talking about the Pepsi challenge that we were talking about earlier, or the one I just did?
The one you just did.
So you're still.
I'm still iffy on the Pepsi.
Mm.
I'll get back to you on that, but
Hey man, whatever.
for the cartoon, I might be able to whip something up. I'm a little bit of an artiste myself. I can whip a thing up or two.
Cool.
I always knew you were a little autistic. I mean, artistic.
Whoa,
Artistic.
dude.
Artistic.
Whoa. You said,
You
we
said it
weren't
yourself.
talking about that on the
You
show.
said it yourself on the first Helen Duncan episode. You
What?
said it was your mild autism at play.
Oh, that's right. And you were like, I don't think it's very mild.
No, it's not that mild. No.
Man, look, so I know we were saying we were going to do all our favorite episodes and all that. I want to put out to the public my least favorite episode.
Uh-oh.
Is that cool?
Holy shit, man. My butthole just puckered. What? Let's hear it. Let's
Wait,
do
you
it.
know what? Maybe I'll reel that back in.
No. See, now it's out there that you have a least favorite. Now
I do have a least
because
favorite.
you sound angry at it.
It's the campfire episode.
Hey, man. It was supposed to be cooler than it was.
Look,
there were still cool parts to it.
Yeah,
It was
the
just
second half I think was great.
I
think
really, really tried my hardest to get something cohesive together on a very fucking short time. And it didn't work out this time. Maybe next time I start planning the Halloween proper episode, maybe before the day before.
Yeah, it wasn't anyone's fault or anything, but just there were a few things at play.
No, I know.
It's not that great of a listen.
But that's okay.
But the second half
You know
though, if you skip like halfway through the episode and listen to it,
I tell
That's
you what,
that's
if-
some-
you can
that's
you
some
guys
good
can just
podcasting right
you guys
there.
can just skip it completely because we have 99
Other
motherfucking episodes that aren't that one now.
yeah.
That is true.
So, I'm gonna throw out my favorite, my first
Give it to
favorite.
us.
I'm
Let
probably
us-
the most ardent listener of our show because I have to listen to it 12 times when I fucking edit it.
That is
but
very true.
I'll start off with the one that really hit me the most when I had to fucking do it, and still has an imprint on me. And when I try to see if people can handle this, like the crazy bullshit that we talk about on the show, I always point them to the Junko episode.
Yeah.
Because and that fucking whole episode took me 2.5 weeks to write, and
It's just rough.
I lived in that fucking poor girl's world for 2.5 fucking weeks, and it was horrible. And now that I go back and listen to it, I want to fucking re-record it just for posterity reasons because I was a broken fucking man when I goddamn recorded that episode. I cried after I was done. That shit fucking took it out of me, and I want to do it with a little bit more of an entertainment listen in mind than me just having a fucking slow, quiet breakdown.
I can I present for it. Stuff like that doesn't really affect me like that. Like it gets to me. Like it's like the Junko. It's a rough listen, but as far as presenting, it doesn't really affect me.
Well, like I said, I that was the first time I wrote the entire fucking show. Like that was
the first time you actually had like a script.
Like it was completely 100% took forever for me to do all of the research and fucking write like what I thought was a decent cohesive story.
Oh, so that one was like totally scripted.
Yeah, that one was 100% scripted, and it, like I said, it took me at least 3 days just to record it, and it took me 2 weeks to fucking write it. And one of my favorite little screenshots of me and Chris's early Messenger threads
Yeah.
was when I was like half done with my writing of it, and it is like it starts off like, hey, I'm almost done with my story. He's like, oh, did you do all your homework and shit? I'm like, yep. I'm up to the part where I have to list the fucking the list of terrible fucking things these guys did to her, and I was like, I think I'm gonna not rewrite any of this and just present it as a list because I don't think I can fucking take it.
Mm-hmm.
when I get to the end part where I'm like, and they tore off her right nipple with pliers.
Uh-huh.
It like I am so fucking done knowing this shit.
Yeah.
It's rough. That one's rough.
Oh, my
But-
titty hurts thinking about that.
Yeah, mine too.
Also, my beautiful girlfriend Alex is here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we know.
I didn't.
She's just kind of here on the side,
I didn't
but she may
introduce
chime
Alex.
in.
Yeah,
My proper
she may
name
chime in.
is Miss Giggles.
Miss
Thanks.
Giggles, yes. The Gigglin.
The Gigglin' Goblin?
No.
Giggling goblin.
No.
Gremlin.
Gremlin's cuter than Goblin. I
Oh.
go with that.
They used to call me the Gremlin of Goodwill.
She said
The
goblin.
Gremlin of Goodwill.
Yeah,
Wait, there
she goes in there and just like hides in the basket of clothes.
I thought she
I was about
said
to
Yeah,
say
she
there's a
jumps
story
out of
behind
people.
this.
No, I worked at Goodwill,
She
and
did, Chris.
my full Goodwill name was Herbert, Maid of Sherbert, Lord of Linen, Guardian of the Fitting Room, Goblin of Goodwill, or like Goblin of Goodwill.
I kind of really want a Goodwill name.
Because they just reused name tags. So they just taped Alex over Herbert.
Aw, poor Herbert. He's dead now.
Yeah,
Probably.
But he was also a pedophile, so
He's moved on
The
to
world's
a better place.
where he can pedophile all the files that he can peta.
Speaking of dead people, but not
Church.
really pedophiles.
No, let's just keep it on the dead people.
Let's
part,
just keep it
okay?
on the dead people.
Let's just keep it like, yeah, dude, put my
Dead people?
Put my
Cool.
leftovers on the dead people. I'll get it later. I don't feel like finishing those waffles now.
Another one of my favorites. This is before I joined the show. I always talk about it. Eddie Kemper episodes.
Yeah, Eddie
I think
Kemper,
those were great, dude. Those kept like I listened to all three of them like in a row, like back to back to back.
Oh,
I spent,
Eddie Kemps was. I think before we did the Eddie Kemper episodes, he was the killer I was most fascinated with. But then after we were done, he's absolutely 100% the killer I am most fucking real world terrified of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely, because
he's just a regular dude.
But he's not fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
He is insanely fucking intelligent, and that's so much fucking scarier than somebody just knocking on the door with a bloody knife in their hands, cackling.
Right.
If Eddie
He's like,
Kemper shows up,
"Hello
he's
there, sir.
he's gonna fucking talk to
How
you
are you?"
about fixing your computer and buying life insurance, and then he's gonna cut your head off and have sex with your fucking body before he throws darts at his mom's head, which he keeps on the fucking fireplace mantle.
Right.
He's just so cool. Not in the context cool is usually used.
Yeah.
He's interesting.
I refer
He's
back. I
interesting.
refer back to something I've said. I'm sure much more eloquently than I'm going to now. Way early on in the show, where I think the most fascinating thing about people like that is that it's completely 100% safe to have this knowledge in your head. You can know about all these fucking terrible, horrible things, and it doesn't have to affect you negatively in any way.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's something that just doesn't fucking happen in your life. You don't. No one in this fucking world. This is my way of thinking. Before I started learning this shit, no one in this world could possibly have murdered 6 teenage and 20-year-old girls and brought them home to the apartment he lived in with his fucking bitch of a mother and cut off their heads and had sex with their bodies.
But it does happen.
But
it happened.
It happened.
It happened.
And
That
this
is a
is
real
the
person that
proof
really
that it
did
happened.
that. And
And-
he's still alive. You can fucking probably arrange to talk to him.
I'm not doing that, but you can have a mail correspondence with him.
Yes,
Which
you
is-
can.
That'd be pretty dope, dude. I'd have a mail correspondence with old.
That
with old
sounds
Kenty.
like you guys are doing the old.
hanky panky.
Yeah. Let's leave it there, because if he ever does hear this, I don't want him being mad at me.
Fair
Hey,
enough.
this is all love, Eddie.
But
I
yeah,
feel for you, man.
it's
was-
magic, is what it is. It's something that is so fantastical that you never expected to see, hear, or know about in the real world that happens, and you're like, holy fuck, that's magic. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's not magic and unicorns and rainbows and hearts and shit. It is fucking horrible. It's magic like clovers and blue moons and
Like,
and
holy shit, we can't
and-
believe this exists.
It's exactly. It's like, how could something so out of the realm of possibility actually be possible? And that's
How are blue moons out the realm of... Blue moons are actually common as fuck.
no. I was talking
Blue
about
moons
Lucky,
happen.
Lucky Charms marshmallows.
Oh, those are rare. Oh, yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
they never have enough of those.
I was
It's
going to
always
say,
the goddamn
and the
clovers.
hot air balloons. I was going to say, but I don't even know if they still do that. I think that might have just been like a promotion I remember from when I was a child. I still eat Lucky Charms from time to time.
I have not eaten a bowl of cereal in quite a few years, and it upsets me sometimes.
Do you want to go eat some Lucky Charms when we're done?
Yeah.
Okay. They have strawberry Lucky Charms now. They're pretty good.
I'll let you bring me and Alex to Waffle House and pay for our food.
You can bring Alex and I to Waffle House and pay for our food.
Bring me rent.
Well, if rent is due tomorrow, sir.
I don't live here. I don't give a shit. So, Chris, so yeah, that's I think the one that affected me the most. And when you had heard it, and we had talked like the next day or some shit, and you were like, man, like when you read what her classmate says at the end at her funeral, like that's you can hear my voice break in it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And it's after hearing this, it's almost a relief of a voice break though, because she had been through so much fucking horrible shit that you're sad that this chick had to die, because she was a fucking badass. To go through 40 plus days of horrible sex torture at the hands of 3 teenage boys. It's sad as fuck that she had to die, but holy fuck, thank God she isn't going through horrible sex torture anymore.
True that.
And
Concrete angel.
I don't think that was appropriate,
You
James.
don't know those?
I think what she should have said was, "That's the power of love."
There was no love there.
No,
No, give it a
her
sound.
friends and family loved her, like, dearly. What are you talking about? There
Well,
was no love
everybody's friends and family loves them.
there. Not mine.
I love you dearly.
That you are an anomaly, sir. But okay. So Alex, what's your favorite episode of the show?
She doesn't give a fuck about me or anything I do. She doesn't support me. She doesn't give a shit.
Hey, can you stop hitting the table that we're recording
I'm
on?
sorry.
Hey.
Hey, whose roof is it above your head?
Ooh.
Ours
He's got you there.
that I pay half of.
Who's on the lease?
So
See that?
shit, I'll leave you right now.
Oh,
We'll
man.
break up on the show.
Don't do that.
We'll break up on the show.
Oh my God, Chris! See what you did?
Chris hasn't
Is
spoken
Giggles
in a while.
McSilly Pants your legal name?
Is Giggles McSillypants your legal
Yes,
name, Chris?
that is
Winston?
on her.
I'm gonna, yeah.
It's on her birth
It's on my-
certificate,
it's on my
but not
Build-A-Bear
her. It's
certificate.
not on her license. It's on her South American birth certificate. She's an illegal alien.
That is
I'm a
gangster.
proud immigrant.
Oh man. So, okay, let's. You know what? You know what was one of the coolest parts about doing the show, Chris, for me, is the very first time that we got an email from a listener.
Yeah.
Which-
yeah, that
Was
one-
that the R word one?
That was fun.
No, it wasn't the R word one. That was a comment.
That would have been great if that was the first ever email y'all got.
No, the
That-
first ever email we got was great because it was from a Canadian, a French Canadian at that. I know, right? Ugh.
Hey.
And it was from it was from Monk.
Yeah.
Monique, and
Monique.
she is. We haven't heard from her in a long time. She quite possibly has taken offense to all of our French Canadian bashing, but I think she's above that. I really
I think
do.
she is.
I think she's.
I feel like
I
she
think
knew
she's better
about
than
it
that.
when she emailed us, you know, and was like,
Yeah.
you know,
Exactly.
y'all are cool. I forgive you.
And you know, it's we haven't heard from you in a while. Hit us up, Monk.
What's up?
But that was one of the coolest parts of doing the show for me, was finally, because it was lots and lots and lots and lots of episodes in.
It really was.
Just after I had released the very first Albert Fish, the Gray Man episode.
Yeah, it was a lot of it was a lot of me
yeah.
prior to that deflecting and telling you motherfuckers, I don't care what y'all think. Y'all don't email me.
Yeah.
You know, and then
But now you know. Now you know that he needs it. You know, he needs not the validation. He doesn't give a fuck what you think.
No.
But he cares that you think.
Exactly.
And I think that's what thinking's all about.
Dude, I clocked out like 3 minutes ago. I don't know what the fuck.
I'm actually pretty sure we're talking about the last monster truck rally we both went to.
No, we gotta. Has James not read that email?
Something.
I don't know. I'm gonna. A monk. If I have your.
You got a little something.
It was a fun
See
one.
that?
What is it? He's.
There you go.
The fuck? What? Okay, good.
I don't know, man.
Okay, thank you though for
I don't
interrupting
know.
our audio podcast to make sure that
man.
I don't look silly.
Exactly, you just looked a little silly, dude.
Okay.
You kept distracting me.
So,
Welcome to ADD.
with Monk's permission, which I do not have, I'm gonna read the first email we ever got. And this, by the way, August 31st, 2018.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Back in the olden days.
1:45 in the morning. I was like, if a listener is gonna email us, it's gonna be around then. Hello from Edmonton, she says. I just found your show on YouTube of all places, and I'm in the process of consuming all available episodes like they're a forgotten box of Reese's Cups after a Halloween to be enjoyed consecutively till my stomach hurts. It really
Sounds like
helps.
she's from the show.
Yeah, I know, right? It's long-winded. It's fun, but it's long. No, it's not. That was just one sentence, though. You're really helping my productivity around the house before school starts up again, and I wanted to thank you. Going through some stuff and having laughing voices in the room is fabulous. Keep up the murder shows. Sincerely, Monk. And now I was, of course, awake. So I replied at 2:08 a.m.
Wow, that is long.
It's really not that long. This is the whole thing. I was floored. I was shocked. I was amazed. I was like, holy fuck, Chris actually did pay the Podbean bill because the episodes have been going out to other people.
Yep.
So hey there, Jason here. First of all, if ever there's a good time to get a quick response from me, it's at 2 in the morning. I will go ahead and let you know that you are the very first email in 48 episodes.
Jesus.
48 episodes.
Almost halfway through.
Yeah. If I had a prize to give, I would tell you that it was yours, and then when it never showed up to you, I would claim it to be lost in the mail. Very odd coinkydink that you're the first listener email is, and it's from the very Canadian city that I spent so much time in. Listen to other old episodes. You'll know what that means. Well, I'm exhausted from Altoids, Lace, Coitus, and David Bowie music. This was before Vera, guys. And then so on and so forth. I don't know why I had felt the need to put that in there.
Yeah.
But c'est la vie, which is Japanese for French.
So I think it's fair that Monk should get the second T-shirt since we've already promised out the first one.
Unless our French Canadian hatred. Now it is hatred. It's not like it's not discrimination.
Well, whether she wants it or not, it could be.
We don't think they're better or
Fucking
worse.
hate them.
Just fuck them.
So let's hope that she's still a listener in one way or another, or possibly someone that she knows is and can make her take that fucking T-shirt from us.
Fuck all the French Canadians that aren't Monk.
I mean, if nothing else, it was a cool email, and that's more validation yet again that we need to fucking get the YouTube page straightened out.
Indeed. And technically she's only half French Canadian.
That's true.
That's on her dad's
Well, then
side.
half fuck her.
Yes, then only half. Fuck you, French Canada.
In that case, maybe her T-shirt.
Except Monica and whoever else.
Maybe her T-shirt should be wherever she is, and then the three of us on the French Canadian side of the country, just dicks in the mix, baby.
Dicks in the mix.
It should just be like caricature versions of us, and we're all like flipping off the front of the page, and it says "Fuck you, French Canada."
That's very mean what you're saying. And doing.
What do you mean?
No, I mean
we have that
literally
puppy in
dicks in
such
the
a
mix.
strong chokehold, and no, we are not mixing dicks ever.
No.
Chris.
I want to
Just
be.
because I thought that would be funny
I want to
for
dip
that
my
to be on the
balls
side
in
of your
Quebec.
truck. In Quebec?
That's right.
That sounds like the gay Beck. Like 2 turntables and a Chris's dick.
I'm gonna dip my balls in some Thousand Island dressing
It's great fishing.
because
in
I got
Quebec.
depression.
Man, you're not wrong. This got depressing. Man.
So that's good stuff.
Okay, Yeah. Okay, Chris. What's the episode that you laughed the most while recording it and was like, "Fuck, man, I can't believe I just fucking made a fool of myself like that by showing everyone out there that I am that kind of robot."
Oh man,
thing.
There were two actually. I don't remember one. I remember it happening, but I don't remember what episode it was. But that was the episode that I laughed so hard I farted audibly.
Yeah, and I can still taste it.
I don't remember what episode it was though. It's
taste your sound fart.
I'd love to go back.
That was absolutely Robert's time episode, which again I know we got off topic pretty quickly, but Baba Robot, we love you, buddy.
Yeah.
Just,
so I guess both times were his.
Stop being so political. It's scary sometimes.
It is a little unsettling sometimes, Rob. I feel that.
Because we love you and you're smart. And you got all those kids, man. You don't want them to grow up feeling like kids.
You don't want them to grow up.
Man, he's got a bunch of kids, and he's legally a Sasquatch.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah.
Like he's legally a Bigfoot?
No, like he's legally got so much hair, except for around his fucking buttery nips, that the government is like, you are no longer human. You shall, from today on, be classified as Sasquatch.
Actually, the only place I grow hair.
He gets tax breaks
This is
and
just
everything.
a wig.
Fucking Sasquatch life.
Oh, man.
No, but so
My nipple hairs are bleached too.
so
did
the other
I
one-
ever tell you about Robert James?
You've told... Yeah.
No?
What specifically?
The guy that used to be on our show.
Yeah, you've told me several things about
Was
him.
Chris's boss in
You
Florida.
told me that.
Former
Chris used to work
employer.
at former employer. That's right. Chris's boss.
Yeah.
That's what I fucking said. But Chris worked at a gas station that Hulk Hogan went to once.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Was Chris there for Hulk
I
Hogan?
did. I sold him.
You met the Hulkster?
I did. I was his clerk, and then he disrespected the shit out of me, and I'm still mad at him
Are
to
you
this
serious?
day. Not
Wait,
to
I
my
wanna hear about
face.
this.
Not to my face. And now, to be fair,
He wasn't like, fuck you, brother.
to be fair, no. He bought. You know what? Fuck it. I love me some wrestling, and I love that Hulk Hogan just fine. This Hulk Hogan.
Just guys in panties that are hugging each other for an hour.
This Hulk Hogan was a douche. So whatever was going on with him, I don't care, because I'm not him. I'm not his family. I don't have to care what the fuck was going on in his life at the time. But he bought a single beer from me in a can, then proceeded to illegally drink it in my parking lot, sitting directly in front of my store on camera. And then before he left, he drove away. He just opened his door and set his beer can right outside his car. And I'm standing outside the store, smoking a cigarette,
Nazi.
looking right at him. And I'm like, you fucking douchebag.
Well, he knows that
what
there's
the hell?
nothing lowly fucking Chris could do to him.
Fuck him. I didn't
he's
get
Hulk
starstruck
fucking
or
Hogan.
nothing. I didn't
Yeah.
even say, oh
He's
my
Hulk
god, you're Hulk
motherfucking
Hogan.
Hogan.
I was like, hey, cool.
Yeah.
Here, have a beer.
I know.
You should have saved the beer can and sold it on eBay.
I don't get
Yeah,
starstruck.
or we could have cloned him.
I threw that motherfucker
We could
away.
have cloned the
That's
sheep
true.
Hulk Hogan.
That's true. I
Man.
could have swiped his DNA. Damn, I didn't even think about that.
You know, and you know what? This episode is going to be called Missed Connections.
Yeah. That's fucking. Oh, that's classic.
Totally could have made one of him, man.
That's classic. Man, I
You know
can
who was
picture the
more of an
t-shirt
honor
now.
to meet?
Missed Connections with Hulk Hogan putting a beer out of his car and Chris just crying wantingly.
So many good T-shirt ideas, guys. Get us to 5,000.
Dude.
Yeah, give us 5,000.
Give us $5,000 and we'll make some T-shirts.
I have
We're
a
starting
gun. Give me 5,000. I'm just kidding. I'm not allowed to own a gun.
You know who was a much cooler celebrity to meet that I met?
Who's that?
Chris. The first time you got to meet him in
You
person.
keep saying that and Chris, I've come to realize that this is like a real thing with him. He's not just being nice to us because he gets to do this with us now. He actually was I don't want to say starstruck to like meet you and shit.
Because you guys are my friends, and I got to see my friend in person at the same time.
Yeah.
My other friend got to see my new friend in person.
And he's like, man, his hair really smells like strawberries. I'm like, yeah, I know, right? And like, I'm still trying to find out why. I think he just mashes strawberries into it before he goes anywhere.
Spread some jelly on
Nah,
it.
that was just the week
Yeah,
I
that
brought
was
back
an
from
episode
Washington,
that-
remember?
yes, I do remember the weed you brought back from Washington because I got a nice little canister of it, which I tried to keep that fucking goddamn container for a long time, but then the lid stopped closing and locking right or whatever.
Oh, damn.
But yeah, I made that shit last. Like, that shit you gave me lasted, I don't know, 2 months?
I don't remember. Did you give me... I think you gave me something.
No, he smoked. You smoked with us, but I don't think he gave you anything.
No.
We weren't.
I think I was too new.
I was still telling him how much I thought you were a narc.
How much?
Me?
I'm still not
What?
totally
Get
sure.
out of here. I'll fucking smoke some crack right here.
I have already called the police, James. They are taking their sweet ass time getting here, but they will be here. They assure me.
They are coming.
Man, but yeah, fucking that was a great goddamn episode. The first time that I met Christofferson in person. That joke never gets old to me.
You know,
it's probably real bad to everybody else, but I love calling you Christofferson.
The funniest thing about that too, that whole scenario, not the episode or where we did it or what it was on or anything like that, but just the fact that you and I were in fucking school together.
Yeah. And it's not,
y'all went to the same school?
Yeah. I was his cousin was my best friend for like 10 years.
Well, I know you told me you felt up his sister, but I thought maybe he was someone else.
Yeah. No, I will correct you there. I told you in very vivid detail about how I felt up his sister.
And did not get you to sign the NDA, you fucking forgetful bastard.
That's right. Thank God I'm the one that edits this shit. But yeah, we both went to Bonneville High School in
Canberra.
That was our.
Oh, you went to Bonneville? Yeah, whoop whoop.
No, that was our fight song.
For y'all that don't know, Bonneville sucks. That's a really bad high school. Right?
Honestly,
it used to be so bad, man.
I think our school like song was like "Back of That Ass Up," I believe is what it was at the time.
Juveniles Back That Ass Up was a very, very big hit when we were in high school.
Super influential.
The kid that used to pick my friend and I up from summer school my freshman year, literally, I'm not using that word incorrectly here, he literally only played Back That Ass Up full volume in his shitty goddamn Bronco with a fucking system that was way too fucking good for this fucking kid who didn't have a license that drove me home from summer school every day.
Nice.
I have heard that song 6 trillion times, and it just gets better every time, James. It's better every fucking time.
He's a fine motherfucker.
I still can't understand a fucking thing that Juvenile says in it. Where do you get your toe here? Put your toe here. There's a hole here. There's a hole here.
That's okay. His ha was even worse.
Man, no, Ha was most of that was just vapid garbage, but that's what we needed at the time.
Yeah,
we weren't in a war. We weren't in a war anywhere.
Oh.
There were no. I mean, HIV was pretty bad at the point, but
there was a war on HIV.
There was a war on HIV. No,
we were like,
that's
HIV.
the thing. There wasn't.
Get out of here,
man. If only.
Stop that.
If only there were, we would still have Prince.
Could be. That could be.
No, not the artist formerly known as, but like, remember that dog I had? It was really cool. His name was Prince, and he got the AIDS.
He got the AIDS.
From that monkey.
He died.
He died. He was hit by a car. It had nothing to do with it.
But he had plenty more time to live.
Yeah, he was. That doesn't affect dogs the same way.
But he did fuck that monkey though.
He did fuck that monkey.
He did indeed fuck that monkey though. Oh man. I'm trying to think of other like really notable. Oh,
wait! I didn't say my second one though. So apparently it was another one of Rob's episodes, and I didn't even realize that the first one was. But chicken pizza.
That is the same episode.
It's the same episode? Holy fuck! I laughed so hard during that episode. I thought it was 2 different ones.
Oh. No, the reason you think it's 2 different ones is because Robert, the person presenting the episode, his microphone cuts out for 15 fucking minutes in the middle of the episode. I still released the episode.
Because fuck that. We got a show to put out.
You know what? I think I made the episode sound fun. Fucking where his shit cuts out, I kept Chris and I there.
Yep.
But I added in covers of music about being quiet.
Yeah.
like Don't Speak. enjoy the silence, sound of silence. And this all played, and I swear to fucking God, it just so happens to line up like goddamn Dark Side of the Moon and fucking The Wizard of Oz, where Chris and I start having real ass conversations with these song lyrics. No shit.
It's fucking weird. It is.
But that's the episode where Chris nearly sharts himself, and it's all about chicken pizza,
Dude.
which it has nothing to do with the episode itself. But Rob was letting us know about the time he had gone to Chichen Itza, and that there was some terrible dumb redneck guy there. Which, if Rob calls you that, you know something's wrong.
Yeah.
And this guy said, "We gonna go see Chicken Pizza," talking about Chichen Itza, and so that became just the greatest running gag throughout the entire episode.
I love how fondly Chris remembers this.
Yeah, he really does. And see that I love that part.
I can hear the tears.
I
But
genuinely
I think Chris
laugh
loves
about
that
it
part so
every
much
time.
because it broke Chris. Like, he literally broke him. My favorite part of that episode is when
We need to go see the chicken pizza.
without context at all from Rob, you just hear like a 5-minute conversation about Chris going to buy a lifelike anime sex doll, and all they have are the ones with the tentacles, and he's got to look upset about it when he buys it anyway, but really in his head he's like, tentacles!
Fuck
And he's like singing the tentacle song all the way home. Man, like that gets me still every time.
Now, is this a true story?
This
And
is
can
the
I
true
come
story.
see it?
No, yeah, no, you can't
You better
see it.
believe
'cause
it's
all
true.
The they're nubs and shit now. It's like a tentacle-armed amputee and lifelike anime sex doll.
You better believe every word of it, sir. You'll sleep better at night. I promise.
Oh man! And one more thing about Rob, real quick, is he genuinely, with all his heart and his being a wonderful fucking person, thought that that Thailand was pronounced Thailand. The only thing that I could say when he said that shit was, "You have family that claims that they love you." That is obviously not the truth.
It's physics, he says.
They have let you say Thailand
Your whole life and
without
not giving
being
a
like,
shit.
"Hey man, not to embarrass you, but that's not how you say that."
But how did this come up? We were all just talking and
Yeah,
talking, and he
no,
says Thailand, and y'all were like,
He was
what?
telling us about the opium trade from Thailand.
So,
And he said it once, and I didn't say anything. And I was like, maybe it was, it's
It's just a
sometimes
joke,
it's nerve-wracking reading this shit or whatever. And maybe it just happened. After the third time, I was like, no, absolutely fucking not.
so as a product of our genuine brotherly love, we call his ass out in the middle of an episode for the whole world to enjoy.
And we are not gentle about it either.
You just fucking say Thailand?
Oh man, and at the end when he's like, "I like barbarian cream."
Wait, did he?
Hey, Chris is like, "Good, maybe you can share it with somebody in Thailand."
Go to Thailand, get a barbarian cream donut.
I was like, it is certainly Bavarian.
Oh my god.
And Rob,
I'm
you
crying
face
over here.
hurts.
Rob, you know that we can only say all this stuff and laugh so hard at it because you are family and we love you.
For sure.
And that's
Not
all
to
it
me.
is.
I haven't even listened to any of your episodes, but it's funny. I like the stories.
Rob gave me my fucking baby's first furniture, which was the goddamn
Yeah, you told me about
the
that.
automatic
Like
electric
$500.
swing. That motherfucker saved my life so many times. And then there was the night where I woke up to crying, and I see that Vera has somehow wormed her way half out of the seat while it's still swinging.
Oh shit.
It's at the waist, still connected to the chair. Other
Just
half dangling out, screaming at me. Okay, well, she has gotten too big for that swing. We finally gave it to somebody more needing of it, by the way, Rob.
Nice.
So just wanted to let you know we did in fact pay it forward, although they did have to pay us for it.
$500.
No, it was like $50, but still, that's a nice fucking swing. I'm gonna just give it to somebody for free because they're poor, whatever.
What do I look like, Rob?
Man. So,
Anyway,
I really been wanting to talk about since young Mr. T James has joined the show.
Mr. T James.
You have been wearing a gaudily amount of gold rope necklaces, and there's two people that can pull it off.
It's
and
not a phase, Mom.
It's Mr. T and it's both.
Me?
It's Run DMC as a group.
What about Flavor Flav?
Now, Flavor Flav had a giant clock around his neck. I see where you can make that misconnection, but giant golden rope chains. No.
I found it in a grandfather's
Have you been asked to join Run DMC?
I have.
And
I need to see. I'm too good for him.
I need to see the Adidas jumpsuit right this second.
I'm too good for him. I never even joined.
That's not what I heard them say at all.
Yeah, well,
I heard them say, "Hey, you want to go get some Starbucks today?" And they were like, "Yeah." And then they went and got Starbucks because I have their house plugged, and I hear just the dumbest shit all the time. And it's boring most of the time, but then every once in a while, there's that fucking homeless guy that sneaks into Run's house to take a shit, and he just does it somewhere in the house.
But then I also like the episode that I did, the BRC episode.
That actually is. That's one of our maybe our most. No, your copycat episode actually is one of our most downloaded of all time.
Because
episodes.
honestly,
that was a bullshit episode.
That's my other
I loved it.
Episode.
We had fun, and it was. I was
so unprepared and nervous.
I know, man. But what's even better though is that the BRC episode was before that, and I thought, you frankly surprised the fuck out of me. I didn't expect you to suck at it, but I didn't expect like a good, informative, fun episode. I
was just hoping for better.
So easily out of it.
They put dicks in freezers.
They did put dicks in a freezer, and a tiny lady head on a big fat man's body
because they thought it was funny.
Dude, I forgot all about that.
I kind of thought it was funny too.
It is a little funny, but like as a concept, not to actually fucking do it.
I forgot all about that
it's funny.
creepy shit.
It's funny to think about as
it's
like a
funny
cartoon.
In theory.
Yeah, like you applied in like practice, a cartoon setting.
Yeah, in practice it's a bit much. Although, and you can't hear it on the recording, but Chris cracks up when I say, "Hey, I got a little tiny lady head." I don't know why it's not on the fucking recording, but
he does it. I swear.
Every
he thinks
time.
I'm funny.
But yeah, that was the rusty chainsaw up your grandma and then sell her parts for rent.
Or to be blown up
by the military, man, without your consent, Chris. Without your consent specifically. And they say it's because you always say you're on the toilet, hold on, I'll be right out, and then you just never show up.
That's right.
You always say, hold up, I'll call you back, and then you never call them back.
Yeah, and then you're always like, yes, Judge, I will pay child support to Jason because he is my very legal son, and I love him. And then you go on one of these quote-unquote truck driving trips that you quote-unquote need to take to quote-unquote have a job and pay me money for being your child. How about that? That's why the cops are coming here, Chris. They're going to wait for you to get here after your truck driving trip like you promised when you said you would take me to Disneyland.
Well, thankfully, the only place to park a truck anywhere near there is about 45 minutes out, so they're going to be waiting for a little while.
From Disneyland or for us?
New Orleans.
Because, I was going to say, I'll take that 45-minute walk to Disneyland with you. Come on.
Fuck walking.
Hey, you guys want to hear something that's kind of surprising? A little somewhat surprising, right?
Of course.
You guys want to hear our top 10 top 10 most downloaded episodes of all time. It's not since we started the show. It's technically in the last... no, this is all time, actually. Yeah. No, yeah.
Yes, I totally do, but I just wanted to make mention that, to a point we made a little while ago of James having been offered to join Run DMC. I also heard just recently that he was that he was propositioned by the Harlem Globetrotters, but I don't think they want him to play basketball, if you know what I mean.
I can spin a mean set of balls, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Sweet Georgia Brown.
It's gotta not be in your mouth, though. It's gotta be like basketballs.
And that's why, after I explained that to them, they withdrew their offer.
This show has gotten so gay since you joined it. Rebuttal, James, go.
That's not a bad thing.
It's not. It's we are very tolerant people here, except for fuck you, French champ.
Except
right.
for fucking French, wherever you're from.
No, the French are okay in general. I'm French, which is disgusting to
fuck
me,
you.
and I cut myself all the time.
I'm a
to
little
get the
French too.
I know. I keep seeing new scars, and I'm telling you to calm down. At least do it on your thighs.
I've been
so they can't
trying
see.
to just use the ice cream scoop more, and just see if I can get just the inside out, but
Yeah.
it leaves me lumpy.
Very,
That is
very crazy.
disturbing.
So, top 10 episodes.
Delicious though. All right. Should I start from number 10 and go down to number 1?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Is that
10
how
to
these
1.
are done?
10 to 1. Yeah, you
All
don't
right.
start with the
Well, hand me those envelopes with the closed results in them, so I can put it on a tie and do the David Letterman tie thing while I do it.
Giggles
Here
make
you
silly
go.
pants.
Yeah.
Just don't get it from Steve Harvey because they'll be wrong.
That would be.
He has done that twice now.
We make sure
I've Steve Harvey twice. Yes. Huh?
we make sure we have the round cards for Giggles McSilly Pants to walk around and hold up for us.
Giggles McMahon. That's what her name is.
Giggles McMahon.
Nice.
Giggles McMahon.
Of the famous WWE McMahon
Or
dynasty.
or Ed McGiggles.
Ed McGiggles.
It's a little harder to say, but I think it sounds better. Ed McGiggles. But I like Giggles McMahon too.
Giggles McMahon sounds. It has a nice ring to it. It flows
Giggle-
well.
Yeah, it's easier to say. It's more fun to say. Okay, so
Number
number
10.
10. The Junko episode. The one that I just talked about how these guys were just absolute horrible, inhuman monsters to this poor little girl that they kidnapped and then tortured with lots of terrible things. If you want to hear about it, fucking listen to the episode.
Oh,
It's
but I see that
actually
Junko.
Junko.
Junko. It's literally, again, I
Terrible.
use that fucking word properly, the only episode that I didn't write a stupid title for.
Mm.
It is just her name.
Yep.
Because I
Respect.
felt that needed that kind of respect.
But not Nankin.
I mean, I left that not jokey.
Yeah.
Okay, number 9. I'm from the future. Ever heard of it?
Oh, yeah.
Which
That's a good one.
is one of my favorite episodes because that was the first episode that we recorded after Vera was born.
Mm-hmm.
She was a brand new little baby, and I love hearing, or I love knowing that I will always have something to go back and listen to, and I can relearn how her weight and height when she was born, and time she was born, because I don't remember any of that stuff.
Right.
I feel bad about it.
But it's immortalized in the show.
I remember saying that she was as long and as heavy as Ron Jeremy's Wangleton. So
That's not a good thing to be comparing a baby.
And she can go back and listen
I'm
to
not
it. for-
comparing them side by side. Just saying.
Just, I don't know.
I'm not talking about your job. Stop.
She can
Like
one
Chris?
day go back and listen to it and hear, how we mentioned she was on the way and
Be like,
stuff
dude, my
like
dad's
that.
a retard.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some cool
Fucking-
history
and
for
I
her.
I actually say some pretty touching stuff, I think, about my daughter on the show, especially from before she was born, because you guys out there in listening land that actually heard it when it was new were the after the 4th person I told about her, I told the fucking show.
Yep.
And so you guys knew that she was going to be born before my father knew she was going to be born. That son of a bitch has still met her once, and it was for 5 minutes outside his house.
Fucking.
Cocksucking old man, you.
Number
3.
8.
Oh, no, 8.
Numero
Yeah.
ocho.
Yeah, eight.
No, James was right.
Yeah. Number 8.
Alien implants? I'm all natural, baby. Which was the sister episode to the time travel episode.
Oh.
It was all about Chris talking about some weird shit being put in places where it's not supposed to be put, and it's put there by aliens, illegal or not, and then found only later to be mysterious and otherwise.
That's right.
Ooh.
That's right.
But some of my favorite bits that we do come out of those two shows. But my favorite thing that Chris has ever done is when he repeated back to me the fact that the time traveler John Titor went through time, blowing people's minds, probably probably some dudes.
We don't judge. We're very tolerant.
I mean, I did say that first, but Chris repeating it back so naturally just fucking... I was like, alright, this is what I'm supposed to do till I die. I'm supposed to speculate about time travelers sucking dudes off.
Throughout time.
Blow into minds? Possibly some dudes. We don't know for sure.
The promiscuity
That's right.
options that come along with time travel are pretty compelling. You must admit.
But about that episode in specific, I really like how you and I attempt to, and I think as far as I still understand it, we attempt to clarify the many worlds theory of time travel.
Right.
And I think we make it a kind of a concise explanation where everything that has ever happened or will ever happen has already happened, and for a countless number of times in a countless number of universes. And you can just go to those, and that's time travel. You can go to the world that your world will be when you're 80, because the fact that you just thought about doing it made that universe pop into existence.
That's
if
right.
it wasn't already there, because it was going to happen sooner or later.
That's exactly right. Time is not linear.
Number 7.
Number 7. Stop copying me.
Oh, that's the copycat.
Yeah.
That's mine.
Yeah, not to be a downer or nothing. I think that's when our shit just first popped up on that Halloween list. And so that's a lot of people listen to that.
And then they stayed for me.
And then it says here that
Sorry,
we
I
have
cleared my
none
throat.
of them as subscribers or returning listeners.
Oh.
Not a single one. It doesn't tell me that. I'm just kidding. It used to give me people's IP addresses, and then I would put it into Google Streets and just walk around their town. They stopped giving me people's IP addresses.
Number 6.
Number 6. Dinner ready is people.
Nice.
That was loud, but which one was
I
that?
had
I
to
love
say it
that
like
one
that
is
'cause
still on our top
Yeah.
whatever list.
Yeah. That's number 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5. That was, I think, our first shared episode
It was.
ever, where
It was.
it was our very first New Year's episode, in which I tell the story of my escapades in Canada and a horrible car accident to follow. Now you can hear your fucking hot, sweaty, gross breath in there, so don't do that. I don't want to listen to that later with headphones on. And then Chris and I both tell stories, oddly enough, about people cooking and or eating other people.
Yep.
This is back when we did not tell each other shit about what we were doing the episodes about. Chris did his about Big Joe Metheny,
Yep.
who was a terrible person, but he just wanted his baby back, cooking people and selling them.
I want my baby back.
That was a fun
And
one.
then mine was of the very first woman to ever get life imprisonment without the possibility of parole in Australia.
Yeah.
Who
Terrifying.
her name was Mary something, right?
Oh.
I don't remember her name because I hated her. She was just like a literal. Stop me next time I say that fucking word. Just punch me in the fucking face, please. Thank you. She was an actual, just a cunt.
Straight
Yeah, she was a
cunt.
terrible
That's a spite.
person.
Yeah, I forget what her name
very
is
abusive.
too, but when I hear it, I recognize
all
it.
this stuff.
Mary
Yeah.
cunt face.
She ended up killing and cooking her ex-husband at that point, and then setting places at his dinner table with his children's names in front of the cooked him to eat.
After beheading him and flaying his entire body's worth of skin, and what they
she was a chef.
in what they determined
Super
to
important
be
knives.
one knife stroke, one continuous stroke. She peeled his entire body and hung it up in the doorway.
That's
Yeah.
great.
After-
Fuck Hannibal Lecter.
And
And
then
this bitch
passed
is
out after
crazy.
cooking and all that shit.
Yeah.
Went back into the room with the body and passed out in his lap.
Yeah.
Took a bunch of pills and passed out in his lap. Yeah.
The cops that
Passed out on top of his
Yeah.
bloody exposed
Yeah.
muscle and
Yeah.
tendon.
the cops that got there to look for John Price was his name. I remember his name just fine.
Right.
One of the cops was going through this little archway, doorway kind of opening, and then he thought he brushed up against like a hanging towel or something. Then he looks down at his arm because it's cold and it's just fucking covered in blood. and he looks over, and it is this guy's single body suit of fucking skin hanging there.
Ooh, that's been magic.
Yeah.
Being that cop in the dark, you're just walking through. You're like, oh, what was that? You look, and it's a fucking bodysuit of skin.
Seriously.
Yeah. See, and that's the magic of the show is we get to experience things like that and think about how it would have been there. Could we possibly empathize with something like that without any danger to our person at all?
Right.
I'd probably just throw up.
Dude.
And I'd
Well,
freeze.
the moral of
Number 5.
Four.
The moral
yeah.
of the Big Joe
Yes.
portion of that
Oh,
show was be wary of when you see people selling food and they just pop up out of nowhere, because Big Joe was killing prostitutes and chopping them up and grinding them up for burgers and barbecue and selling them to
His very popular barbecue stand. by the way.
selling them
Very
to his
popular.
own neighborhood and factory workers, because he lived in the trailer behind the fucking factory he worked at. So
His story was a tragic one for a long time, and when I say on that episode that I was actually rooting for Big Joe for most of that fucking story,
Yeah.
I mean it. Like he got fucked over bad.
Yeah.
He got bad fucked over.
Just
but then
a knife?
he killed a bunch of people and then cut a bunch of them up and then fed them to unsuspecting other people
Yeah.
that paid to be fed people.
dude, and they requested he
Unknowingly.
put out
I wanna taste
when
it.
he ran out of quote unquote special meat, people were upset that they had to eat a regular burger. He was
And so he had to kill another prostitute, and that's how he got caught.
yeah.
Yeah.
They were like, "This is the best meat ever.
He didn't-
Bring it fucking back."
Yeah.
He beat her up a little bit,
He-
and he
he
I
villain
think he went to
monologued.
rape her or some shit like that, and he fucking didn't tie her up or chain her up to anything. Turns around in the middle of telling her his nefarious plot, like any decent villain, and
Fucking James Bond villain.
yeah, and she bounced. Like,
I'm outie, dog.
Yeah.
that
As
was
much as
it.
I would love to hear the end of this story, Big Joe Metheny, who was a giant
He
man.
was a
by
big
the way.
bastard for sure.
Yeah, I think I'm outies on this one. Number 4.
Number 4.
For some reason, the second I Have No Mouth and I'm a Scream episode. Not the first.
Not
the
the
first,
first.
nowhere near it. The second, though,
Which one was that?
That one
People
was
love.
a hit.
that was my last literary Halloween episode.
Oh.
Where I read I Have No Mouth and I'm a Scream by Harlan Ellis, which is a great fucking story, and I like the second episode of it a whole lot fucking more than the first one.
Apparently,
But
you're not the only one.
It's still kinda odd.
Well, this is based on downloads, right?
Yes.
Okay, well that's not that makes a bit more sense. Maybe they were like, "Oh, this one's good. Let me download the second one for later."
But then there would still be equal.
Was it download?
There are
or
people
listen?
who have not heard the first episode that have listened to the second episode, is what I'm saying.
It was
That's just
better.
strange.
I mean, how would they know that? Anyway,
Number 3.
It says part 2 on the fucking episode, people.
It does.
It says it. Number 3.
Number 3.
Helen Duncan.
Hey.
Which? That's right.
Our
That was Chris's wonderful Halloween and second anniversary starting episodes of Helen Duncan, who was the last person to be convicted and tried. No, not convicted, but tried.
No, and convicted.
Oh yeah,
She
that's
was
right. She did go to jail.
She's a legal
under
witch.
the Scottish English Witch Act of pissing Winston Churchill off.
Yeah, 1735. That's right.
Tomfoolery.
So that's actually part
That's what
one.
she did.
Though.
That's part 1 is our third biggest
Number
episode
3.
Nice.
ever. Number 2.
Numero dos.
The fucking first Rape of Nanking episode, which
Really?
I agree with that. I agree wholeheartedly with that.
Good one.
That episode was torture to get through at some points. It was also, though, very witty and funny because we all needed to take our minds off of the fucking horror.
Horror.
But I think it was a very complete show.
Yes. Yes.
The second one is a little bit more informative, but I think by that point we knew what to expect, and everything wasn't so fucking shocking as it would be to someone who didn't know about it, that was hearing it for the first time.
True that.
And the things that we talk about on that episode are some of the fucking worst things that anyone on this planet could ever go through. It wasn't even torture to the Japanese anymore. To the Japanese, they were playing a game. where they just wanted to one up the fucked up garbage that the person before them did, just to do it. To do it,
Just
to
like,
do it,
oh,
to do
hey,
it,
so
to do it,
yesterday
to do
we ran
it
someone over with the tank
right.
and then raped him. What should we do
I got
today?
my tank raped on you. I got my
tank
raped.
raped on you.
You know,
See,
I think
I thought we were doing like a harmonization kind of.
no,
No,
no, I got sad real quick when I started that, and I didn't want to keep going. But then you started dancing to it, and I'm like, I can't deprive James of a little bit of dancing. You know?
I gotta get a little dancing in each day.
but it's gonna
Number
take
two.
time.
Oh, no. Number one.
No, what number two? So number one is not oddly enough the Axeman of New Orleans episode, which is our first episode. Which I guess if somebody's going to listen to a new show, they are going to go to episode 1, which I never do because the first episode of any podcast is garbage. Because the person that fucking goes to do it, unless they're
already experienced,
unless they're established or experienced radio people or whatever, and then they go and do a fucking episode 1 of something else. For fucking Joe Schmo, fucks like us, that was weird. Even trying to do it, trying to figure out the logistics of it, because the first 3 episodes, Chris and I fucking talked to each other on Skype, and I don't even remember how we recorded, but
I don't either.
It was awkward. Skype fucking cut out all the fucking time, and then I was like, we don't need to see each other to do this fucking show. Like, why don't I just call you on the phone, and we can just record ourselves? And that's what we've been doing ever since.
One day I dream of taking this podcast to video. A day that we can all be together
we have to,
and have us a place to record with a camera.
We're going to have talks after the episode's done, but some of these things have already been spoken about.
What?
Yeah, maybe.
What?
I don't know. They might not include you, though.
What?
Well,
Chris has been saying that Giggles McMahon is the better third for the show.
Vince McGiggles.
Plus,
So,
you may have a prior engagement with, the Globetrotters.
Mm-hmm.
No, I turned that down. This podcast is going way better places than the Globetrotters.
Well, because the Globetrotters are only going to your back door.
And by your back door, he means straight to the top. Yeah, your anus. Yes.
Yeah, my anus. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
The back. Yeah.
Obviously.
Oh, god damn it. God damn.
So gay. And there's nothing wrong with
that. I love his little. And
we're okay with that.
His little inserts there, like.
you know, guys, what I genuinely realized.
For sure, but still, it's funny.
What I realized today about how the show is now with James being a part of it is that I have both sides of my brain on this show. I have Chris's serious, not no nonsense, because Chris is a lot of nonsense, but
and then you got my chaos.
Chris is a much more serious person, and so Chris is like my id, and then James is like my superego. Like James is the same manic fucking really dumb stupid joke that I love every joke you say. That's why I'm saying this. That it's there to make me laugh and fuck anybody else.
See, that's how that's jokes I make. I do them for myself. If other people laugh, that's awesome. I love making other people laugh, but they're for me to laugh at.
Validation
I say them because I think they're funny.
Is always good.
Yeah,
I just say it because I think it's funny, and I gotta let it out.
But that's
the main thing about the show in the first place, though.
Yeah,
that's what we
didn't want everybody to be the same fucking person, because if I had another me in the room with me, after I have fucking James right now already, two of us would beat the shit out of the other one, and it would probably be them doing it to me because I'm old and slow. But it's
I'm you, but better.
and I know it can be distracting sometimes, and maybe get a little silly sometimes, more so than it used to. Like say when Rob was on the show, because Rob, no offense, was not the most high energy, cracking stupid shit person.
No.
Rob
he was the Jeb Bush of the show.
Rob was very fun, and Rob was very methodical, and Rob was super smart.
Yeah.
He also sounded like he lived in the mountains of Arkansas, which lets
Tennessee.
you hear his rhetoric and really take it with a little slice of lime and a little spoonful of sugar.
But when he did say something that was intended to be a joke, it was clever and it was on point, for sure.
Yes.
It always caught me off guard too, because I had to actually listen to what he said. I was like, wait, well, okay, I got you.
I miss his dad jokes and his Chuck Norris jokes.
Yep.
Man, his Chuck Norris jokes were top notch.
Dude, fuck Chuck Norris jokes.
James T. Abbott, no idea who Chuck Norris is.
No clue.
No clue. We asked this old British man who got many degrees at like Cambridge and shit what his favorite Chuck Norris joke was. And he's like,
who?
He's like, I've never seen that show, but I was like, that's not a show, dude.
You poor.
He fought Bruce Lee, for fuck's sake.
You poor British man.
Got his chest hairs ripped out. For your sins.
For your sins.
So saith the Kybalion.
So saith. That was another one of my favorite ones. That was a fun one. Just because.
Fucker, man. That I mean, oddly enough, not even oddly enough, they are decent episodes, but like a lot of people have been listening to the first episode of that as well, the Kybalion episodes, which are just like a set number of like kind of rules, I guess, that you can follow to kind of just be cool with life and stuff.
Pretty much.
Which sounds very self-helpy, but at the same time, it's all about the manipulation of everyone around you using your own smarts to do so.
That's
And the
exactly
reasons
right.
why it works and why it should work and why you want it to work.
That's exactly right.
Also, we're giving a seminar next weekend down by the docks. It's the third dumpster from the last dock.
Chris Trismegistus III.com.
Yes.
In person. Live.
Yes.
At Big Ol' Floppy Titties.
At big ol' floppy titties /hotmail.aol. Email is still a thing. Did you guys know that?
Yeah, they also.
Care of.
Why?
They do a lot of music stuff now.
Do they?
On YouTube? Yeah.
I just want my computer to tell me that I've got mail again. Because that was
You've
fucking cool
got
as shit when I
it.
sign on and go, you got mail.
You've got.
And then I'd be like, holy shit, man, computer. This is like the best service ever.
He accidentally called Siri Alexa the other day.
Yeah,
and I actually
yeah.
got mad at him.
Yeah, she actually like sassed me back. She was like, "That is comparing apples to not an apple."
Wow. Man.
That sassy bitch.
Jesus, get your shit out of here.
No.
That's not my phone.
What? Get my shit.
Wow, man. James is keyed up.
Somebody's alive.
It's that key that we did before we fucking did this. Man.
It's the K we did right before we
That's
did
right.
this.
Okay, so everybody out there, we talk about we talk a big game about drugs and such, and just know that everything we say is 100% factual. Everything we did, we said we did, we actually did. We're just not ashamed to tell you people.
Well,
That's right.
JC's probably done it. I'm more joking.
I've seen James do some weird things with ants and jelly donuts.
Ooh.
Yep. Yeah, you have a little drip there.
Just a little residual.
A little jelly ant, fire ant donut. The jelly fire ants?
I hear some Facebook content coming on.
Yes, I'm gonna get James to snort jelly and fire ants
And post it on Facebook.
And post it on Facebook and be
Just
like,
to have it stolen by Unilever.
it's all satire, guys.
New internet
James is in the
challenge.
hospital for 3 weeks. Oh fuck! Oh, hey, you know what, guys?
What?
I would like now
What?
to say an appreciative thanks to both of you, asshole jerk offs. My life was so fast paced and sexy before I met you guys, and you've allowed me to really, slow down and really enjoy not only the simpler things in life, but having friends to enjoy those things with.
Call me simple.
James likes taters
I
and
think-
mustard.
I think that was the whole purpose of that, Chris, was you told me to make it sound like James is dumb, right? I did that, and now you can let my family go.
Don't let them know he's actually a super genius.
Your mom has decided she would like to stay. It's a lot.
Hi, Mom.
It's a lot calmer over here, and she likes the kitty cat.
Oh, God.
And you know.
Yeah. Can I come stay too then?
We get along swimmingly.
But in all sincerity, you guys are awesome, and thanks for being my friend, and thanks for putting up with everything that comes along with having me as a friend. And I will do my best to do the same to both of you, because you guys are cool and stuff, and I like you.
Indeed.
Love you too, buddy.
Yeah.
Maybe I should try a little
Sweet.
harder not to get so upset with you two sluts. But
and
that's just amazing.
and Alex just gave me a cross-armed harumph by you guys. I hate with a passion saying the word y'all. I realize that sometimes it's necessary
Y'all.
in context and such,
Y'all.
but
So
you
y'all.
guys just sounds better
gotta-
to my brain than y'all.
Y'all are pretty cool.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Y'all are
You
pretty
gotta
cool.
mix a yeehaw in there.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
But
Yeah,
right equal to
Yeah.
thanking you fucking assholes. I really like to thank all you fucking assholes everywhere else. Like it's been a weird 2 years in life, and having absolute strangers from 77 plus fucking countries around the world
That's crazy.
who have given a shit enough to listen to our fucking show is awesome.
It is.
It's very cool, and if I've made anyone out there smile, even because you think I'm fucking retarded and you think that's funny, I know. No, I used the hard one too that time.
Jesus.
But I'm just talking about me. But yeah, if you guys got any fun out of it at all, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And I hope that maybe one day we can smile again together after the surgeries and after the recuperation time. Then there's physical therapy, but we'll get their smile muscles back to where they used to be, instead of where they are now, which is in the garbage can. Because James has been cutting people's smiles out
You want to see my
years.
my best attempt at a smile? Here it goes. Ready?
That is the sexiest thing I've ever seen. That
And
was
when we
sexy
have
scary.
a video podcast, things like that will
It
actually
will.
make sense
Things
to
like
people.
that. Things that and I don't think it's
I
gonna
do.
make any more sense to people. I just think they'll be like, okay, so that's the stupid shit they were talking
'Cause
about.
I honestly do like a lot of visual stuff like to you.
No, I know,
Like-
because you smack the table all the time, and I'm like, that is unnecessary. There was a
No,
microphone
not
on
like
that table.
that. Let's just do weird shit like on my face.
I know. And you
People-
touch me. You touch me too much. Every once in a while is okay. It's better if I'm looking at you and I expect it.
Right.
When my head is completely turned
just
and I'm
feel
paying
a
attention
hand.
to something else and I feel this super soft little hand just caress my hand, I'm like,
He's got,
oh
like-
yeah, James is sitting next to
Like
me.
baby soft hands.
It's the semen. I'm telling you, dude.
Or
Why
is it
do
the
you
ketchup?
rub the semen on your hands?
So they're super soft.
It's semen and ketchup. It's a mixture.
Ketchup is a
That sounds like it would explode.
He's got
Ketchup's
not
a great
refrigerated,
moisturizer.
for sure.
Don't at me, Disney.
Okay, Chris,
Yeah.
question.
What's up?
I'm gonna put you on the spot here.
Uh-oh.
Sophie's Choice, James and Rob. Who do you kill? Who do you keep?
Who do you kill? Who do you fuck? Who do you marry?
No, that's not
No?
what I asked. One of you is dying, and one of you is living a weird life with Chris in the truck.
What about the third? Oh.
Well, Rob is pretty
I was like, who
angry,
is Sophie's Choice?
and James is so sprightly. I guess I'm gonna have to go with youth over experience in this one. He just has so much time, you know, to
Well, he has so much of the world that he has yet to discover, like legally buying cigarettes.
exactly
I
rebuy.
could do that for the past couple of years, and then that got taken away from me.
I could do it for so long, and then I was like, I don't care about cigarettes
It's cool.
anymore. And then they were like,
All
I
I-
can't have them, and now I'm like, I need a cigarette.
I love.
All I do is
I
vape.
love
and
you,
I work at a
Baba
vape
Raba.
store, so I'm covered.
The beatbox and
Yes,
tater
Rob,
tot, but
but
I'm sure you could use a break.
As much as we love you,
you know, I'll see you
as much
soon.
as we love
I'm
you,
sure.
yes.
You've
They-
had a good run, dude.
The hit squad is on its way, is what I'm saying.
Poor thing.
The death march is approaching.
Yes, we do live in Omega Man.
Yep.
Not Mega Man, not like OH, comma, Mega Man, but Omega Man.
Oh, Mega Man.
That's the one.
Oh, you know what though?
Omega Man.
I do feel it.
OHM
I
dash Egg.
I do feel it necessary to say that there was a time before I met Jason and started this show that I thought I had a decent voice, and I thought I actually could speak fairly well. And now I realize that is all scrubbed to the wind and in the big shit pile that James is keeping everyone's smiles and semen ketchup in.
All we are is mispronunciations in the wind.
But that being said, I'm gonna just go ahead and second everything Jason said about you fucking assholes, and you fucking assholes out there as well. So yeah, from me too.
Because
assholes.
I'm sure that even without you people out there, and I'm sorry, you people. You know what? I say that sometimes just as a general catch-all to humanity in general. I'm not talking about you people like Chris likes to act like I'm saying you people.
We're talking about you people.
I'm talking about the fucking French Canadian. You know what you fucking do.
Fuck you, French Canada.
But
Sorry.
everybody else that's not French Canadian, we love you.
We love you.
And you know what? Maybe one day we'll grow to love French Canada too.
But that day is not today.
Your checks are bouncing like fucking crazy.
They gotta try
That's what I'm
really
saying,
hard.
French Canada.
They have to earn it.
How about just be cool and stop speaking French around people you know don't fucking speak French?
Straight up.
Seafood play.
Seafood play?
Seafood play.
Seafood place?
Seafood
Harbor
plates.
Seafood.
Seafood
Fucking burned down
Oh!
the other day.
I ripped my
Yeah,
headphone.
dude.
You sure did.
Earbud.
That's fucking
Yeah.
crazy.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I also think you guys are pretty dope, and I'm happy to be a part of this.
You hear that? We're beautiful heroin. Aw.
Y'all are pretty dope.
That's right.
I
That's
always-
pretty dope you got there. That's
I always thought I was.
pretty dope.
Beautiful heron.
So now that we have all taken our own and each other's dicks out of our mouths after the whole love fest, this is the part where James, sit down, please.
You're making everyone nervous.
It's not that I'm nervous.
Just my prison stand.
No, it's that
Intimidating.
now is where I tell you guys what you really need to fix.
His penis
and
was
what I
like
really
face level.
hate about you.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so here it comes. Here it comes. James,
Yeah.
nothing. Chris, keep doing what you're doing. It's fucking great. Jason,
know what?
get a job. Fuck you. The fuck are you?
I'm trying so hard though.
Boss is
Emphasize
son
the
of a bitch.
hard. I mean, I'm
Okay,
trying
see,
and
Chris,
I'm hard.
stop doing that. But find that video of the dwarf lady stripper jumping off of the bar into the waiting guy's arms. Then the guy's just totally not ready for the actual weight of a dwarf person. James needs to see that video. It is the funniest thing you've ever sent me.
Oh wait, the dwarf stripper? That
Jumps off of a bar into like a guy's arms, like I'll get you, and then they just both crash to the floor.
Oh, dude, the
dwarves,
short people.
dwarves. No,
The
not short.
little
people.
people?
She's short.
I'm listening.
Yeah, the
Man.
little people. They're
And
dense,
my
dude.
axe.
They're dense, dude. They got the same
They're dense,
amount
dude.
just squashed down.
Yeah,
They're
no,
They're more of like just a dense
Yeah.
ball instead of like spread out.
it's like a full person, but
just tighter.
Uh-huh.
in like a more fun sized package.
Keep going.
Dense was
Hey,
the right
that
word.
is murder that I will see. No, hey, wow, James just got real close to actually pulling his penis out in front.
Hey.
Corkscrew dick.
Like, yeah, I think it may have been by accident, but it was way too close, and it was
Don't act like you haven't
way
seen it
too
before.
real for me.
I smell some FetLife content.
Is my dick too
Man.
real for you?
Snapped me back to fucking sobriety.
Snap back to reality.
Back to life.
That's the jam.
Back to the
However do you want.
This has
man.
devolved into nonsense since the 3rd minute of the episode.
Okay, good.
Of y'all's episode or of Chris's
That's all.
episode?
No, Chris is having a completely different episode right now.
Yeah, no, he's doing his own
He's talking
show.
about fucking ancient goddamn Babylon or some shit. And I'm like, couldn't he babble on
Ancient Kanye albums.
anymore? What an idiot, right? High five, James. That's right.
Don't make me come over there
Okay,
and
so I'm
hurt
planning
both
to
of
kill
you.
myself after this because of
Wow, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
No, what you just did to me, that made me so depressed. That
This has been another episode of...
You don't cut off my show, you son of a bitch.
Interstatic here.
I'm not gonna kill myself, guys. I'm gonna kill James and Alex.
What did I do?
I have to have your skin to wear so I can act like I live here.
Oh.
You could not fit in her skin.
I could
No.
fit in her skin if I widen it with yours.
And with that, this has been another episode.
Stop that!
Bad James.
You have not earned that fucking goddamn privilege yet.
I'm sorry.
Also,
And with that-
we're having open tryouts for James's spot.
What?
Yeah,
Like,
because, he jumped
Jump
into
like a
my
separate
spot
group
the
chat or
one
something?
No.
The 2 times.
No, we are
And I
starting.
was trying to
We
jump
are
into
starting
yours.
our I Hate Kanye / James podcast.
All right, well,
Yeah.
I'm starting mine.
Where
I
we-
love
Kanye
Kanye and hate Jason Rambo.
That's fine. You can hate me all you want because on ours we hate Kanye and then we come to your house and we slash you with knives.
He already did that himself once.
I know that was epic. That was a good picture. I still have on my phone. I'm gonna have to post that to the Facebook where you cut
Make
yourself
that the episode
jerking
picture.
off a avocado.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do episode picture wise for this one or a song or I mean
Just do the 3. Just do our thumbnail.
I was actually
Our profile picture.
I was trying to like write a song for this episode, but I've never written like
best.
I have an idea for a
Yeah,
song.
that's too-
I'm texting it to you
it's
now.
too much. Okay, please do. Are you texting it to me or are you sending it
Do
to
you need a
Facebook
beat?
Messenger?
Messenger.
Because James can read that shit, you know. I'm sorry, this is not going to turn into it.
James can read, you know.
It doesn't matter.
I never said
Can
It's
you?
a song for the. I'm not talking about his soft
Phonics.
hands.
He reads phonetically. What's Chris? That's not a bad one actually. I'll figure that out. What's your favorite song that we've had for?
Just my
an
favorite
episode?
song.
No, that I've used. Let's be really for an episode.
The Ministry cover of "I Want to Hold Your Hand."
That is a fun one. Yes.
Or "She's So Heavy."
Yeah, she's so heavy. Yeah. That is an evil sounding song.
It's so
Chris,
good.
how about you? If you fucking say the cover of fucking Runaway Train, I'm gonna fucking lose it, Chris.
Oh no, I will never.
Okay.
No, my favorite one is one that we're gonna have to lose when we actually make everything legit finally, or finish doing all of that.
Too legit to quit?
Yeah, because we did. It wasn't a cover or anything like that. It was the Inca Stones, fucking slanging rocks.
Oh, that was
My homie Freddie
that was
Gibbs.
the song. Okay, so it wasn't a cover, but it was certainly it was a parody.
It was great. Yeah, I mean, I love the song.
Well, a parody's fair use.
I don't think it is. Or it might be. I don't know.
I love some
But I
Freddie
used it
Gibbs,
anyway, and will continue to.
Fuck your royalties.
Uh,
License. Who's that?
My absolute favorite is the Andre. No, not Andre Chikatilo, but what was the fucking dude?
Andre 3000.
No, that's
Andre
not the
the
one
Giant.
either. God damn it. Yurovich Anatoly Moskvin, the man who dug up recently dead little girls and then made them into dolls that he kept in his small apartment that he shared with his elderly parents.
Yeah.
Like
And
a
just hung
bunch
out.
of them. They just hung out. As far as we know, there was no insertion, there was no unwanted touching. Everything was above.
He just wanted dolls.
Just above board. He just wanted friends, daughter friends that were dolls that were actually little dead girls that he wrapped up and put makeup on and stuff.
Yeah.
So like that episode
Well,
of Criminal
were his
Minds,
parents-
except
were-
a dude.
Except for real life, and probably
And
that
not
Criminal
children,
Minds
and
episode is
not
probably
alive.
based on it. Yeah.
He
Where's
said,
the
he said he
like-
could hear them asking to be
hmm
dug up and
Yeah.
freed.
He would hear them while he's reading the obituaries saying, "Come dig me up and bring me home."
Yep.
He certified genius. He wrote dictionaries and shit,
Certified
like translation
genius.
dictionaries, and then he would walk miles and miles and miles and miles and miles and miles to newly buried little girls. He would dig them up. He would preserve their bodies by salting them on the grounds of the cemetery. Then coming back days later once they were nice and dry and stuff, and then just dragging them home.
Yep.
Turkey dolls.
He didn't drive a car.
Yep. On foot. On
But-
fucking foot. What else did he do? Didn't he
The,
fucking like walk around the town and map it or something like that?
Yeah, he mapped all of Rostov, not Rostov. Damn it. What's the name of the fuck? Oh, it doesn't fucking matter, really.
Yeah, but yeah, he did that on foot. That's fucking crazy.
He mapped all of that city in Russia, which is huge, all of their cemeteries.
That's right.
And he would sleep in freshly dug graves, or even coffins. He would fucking spend the night in, or some barns and stuff. But I bring him up to bring up my favorite song, which I can never pronounce the chick's name right. It's Letty something or other. But she did a really fucking awesome, sweet, quiet ukulele cover of the Misfits' Saturday Night, which is my favorite fucking Misfits song. It's the first song I ever fucking played for my girlfriend / baby mama. And her version of it is the fucking coolest and best. And I also think that was the first fucking episode that Chris and I were really showing who we actually are. They were really showing Chris and I, and we weren't trying to be professional radio fucking people.
Right.
You know? And so it has a special place in my heart. You know, James?
It was a fun one. I liked it.
Let's try to have fun. Yeah.
James just tries to have fun, you know? Like, he's just all about...
Girls just want to have fun.
Yeah.
Boys just want to have fun.
You know what, James? It is perfectly okay. It is not emasculating at all. And it's certainly not in any way indicative of your sexual preference that you sing loudly Girls Just Want to Have Fun by Cyndi Lauper, because that song is a classic.
Doesn't make it untrue if you're a dude singing it.
Yeah, and my friends and I, back in high school, we were very lonely and girlfriendless. We'd sing that song from the top of our lungs with the windows down, just at people, and still girlfriendless for a long time after that. Oddly enough,
they didn't want to have fun with you.
No one would have fun with us. But you know what? We had fun together, and I think that's what the song is really about. Is how girls they want to have fun. They never can though, motherfuckers.
Because they're too busy being girls.
They're too busy having Blue Albano fucking as the dad in the video. Old wrestler. He used to have
sitting around.
His old wrestler?
His Chris beard.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Chris.
Hi.
Christy?
Yeah.
Chris.
Christian.
Ooh. Oh, hey, church people. Sorry that we make such horrible fun of you all the time, but fuck off. Fuck off, we hate you.
I was actually in Tennessee, and you know how they always have the Bibles in like hotel rooms?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I was looking for the Bible and I found it, and I turned the cover, and on the first page it says, and we're like right across from Elvis's house. Look, this is it right here.
Oh, we have the Bible being spoken of.
So
okay.
Like it says.
All right, get into the Bible.
Elvis ain't up here with me. Enjoy Graceland, mine's better. Jesus H. Christ.
Wow.
Jesus Horatio Christ.
Yeah, so this is actually a signed copy of the Bible
By
Jesus
Wow.
H. Christ. And
Man.
look at the hand. You're telling me that's not Jesus' signature?
If anybody wants the Bible, $1,000 starting bid.
Yeah, make me an offer. No, make me an offer. No starting bid, just make me an offer.
Usually, when I find a
Signed
Gideon's
Bible, Jesus.
in a hotel, I just roll as many joints as I can out of it. And
see, I've read that is actually not good. You're actually just smoking.
Yeah, not with this. This isn't real Bible paper. That's like book paper or whatever.
Yeah.
Bible
You mean
paper.
that thin leaf?
Yeah.
Like
almost
gold.
tissue-like paper.
Yeah. This is definitely like a book.
Mm-hmm.
I say look
this
it
is
up
actually.
I say look it up on Amazon and eBay and see how much the signed copy's going for.
Do you know the
You may
Gideons?
have a gem there.
Indeed. You need to.
Would the Gideons be a good episode topic?
I don't know. Do you think it would be? Because you are a human being, and that's what listens to our show mostly is other human beings. So if you think it would be a good episode topic, chances are someone
that's just a
out
short
there.
little discussion. That's just a short little discussion. That's
Okay.
not really a whole topic.
Well, then bring it up in a larger discussion one day. I want to fucking do more on the Malleus Maleficarum.
Yeah.
That fucking book is so chock full of fucking insanity about fucking with witches and demons and shit.
Ooh, fucking
It is.
witches.
That's what the Incubus and Succubus did. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure it's all witches, bitches.
Hell to the yeah.
Hey guys.
Yeah?
Yes.
Thanks. Guys and
for
gals. Absolutely guys
Y'all.
and gals.
Did you just assume my gender?
Thanks, y'all.
Ooh. Maybe. Where's Freddy Froggery? I need him to save me. Remember the frog that I named last time? I think James might have Alzheimer's, guys.
Dude, I really do.
It's not just your regular stoner fucking being burned. James will absolutely forget something ever happened or existed ever.
It's bad.
And then look confused as fuck when it's brought up the very next day.
It's
Ooh,
bad.
why
I'm
is
gonna
my
start
butt
just filming
hurt?
everything.
Don't you remember, James?
Man.
What? I can barely hear you. Are you far away, Chris? Come
Stop
back.
swimming away from us.
Chris,
No.
come back.
No, you're good. It's our mic. It's my microphone. It's my $20 microphone splitter from Walmart. Fucking stupid shit. I hate this show.
Fucking fucking Walmart.
And
10
I mean,
feet
I guess
long.
on that note, one more kind of important thing to say, and that is, you've just listened to another. This was fun, guys. I think people out there are gonna really think they get to know who we are for real and on the inside. Episode of See No, Hear No, Speak No.
That's exactly right, sir. And if they care to know more, send us a fucking email, and perhaps we'll
What?
actually get on our shit.
You just take my part?
Right along
He
with
didn't say that.
the UFOs, conspiracies, and murders. Now to you, James. You filthy slut.
And once we're millionaires, we won't open them. But for now, you can email us at snhnpod@gmail.com or comment on Podbean.
Or YouTube, or Facebook, or we're gonna not say all the things at the end anymore.
But if you can leave a comment, leave a comment.
Mhm.
You know, some things we probably won't see for a long, long time.
If I don't mention it on air, the very next fucking episode,
We did not see it.
something happened.
That's true.
And you should just email us, and I'll be able to see it.
At snhnpod@gmail.com.
Indeed, peoples out there.
Exactamente.
You know, I will say, Chris, if you are having a drink of any kind, raise your glass. James, Alex, raise glasses. And to another happy 100 episodes, because if they're not happy, I'm gonna fucking kill somebody or myself real
Whoa.
goddamn soon.
Jeez.
Happy 100.
Countdown. Hi guys, bye guys. 3,
Gay guys, straight guys.
2,
No.
1. Yeah.
See ya.
Good night,
Later,
kids.
kids.
Bye-bye.
That's good, V. No, he doesn't. That's lies. Baby. Melissa.
Yeah.
You know what they call it? It's called the Horizon Sun. You know what it's been? It's been the ruin. Of many. Oh boy. God.
I know.
I know. I'm one of them.
So no, but I want to show you.
What is it that you wanted to show me?